You already know what we're here for. More Pokemon Scarlet and Violet leaks. Let's take a look. Poke Experto actually reports on the fact that there's a new Japan Pokemon official website domain. It seems though the moment of reservations for Scarlet and Violet is approaching, and this has had the internet in frenzy this morning, thinking that there could be a trailer or an update of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet coming any day now. In fact, there's a chance that you don't even see this video because there's news today. So if you see this video, then there was no news. But I think it's gonna be soon. I know I've been saying that, but the reality of it is the longer we wait, the closer we get to a trailer because they're not gonna space these things out too far. There was a ton of stuff that actually came out last night as the leaker is still going on a rampage, releasing information about the game, which is, again, still unprecedented. It's honestly mind-blowing. But I thought I'd kind of circle back to some of the other leaks that we had as kind of the, one of the Chinese kind of leakers that was in the Sun and Moon era has actually commented regarding the gym leaders, and I thought it was worth mentioning, as not only do we have the images of these blurry gym leaders, but we believe we have the types of the gym leaders as per this leaker. So I thought it'd be cool to kind of cover that really quickly here. We've got the bug type gym leader, it seems, which I'm not a big fan of, but again, these pictures are blurry, so it's really hard to kind of denote exactly what's going on there. You've got the one with the blue hair, which is apparently the ice type gym leader. You've got the ghost type gym leader, which was actually riddled by the Chinese Riddler many weeks back. Then there's a normal type gym leader, which is the guy with kind of the little highlights in his hair. The older gentleman seems to be the water gym leader. And then you've got the grass type gym leader, which almost looks like he has like thorns in his hair. And then the last one is the electric type gym leader that we have, which has like these Magnemite hair pieces going on, but it seems though there's not going to be a new Magnemite form. And then the last gym leader we actually have not seen an image yet, which is going to be Psychic apparently. So those are your gym types apparently, right? Like we believe based on all the sources that we have that these gym leaders are legit, right? But the typing's not 100% confirmed, but again, coming from another leaking source. So now we have actually 3 leaking sources. We have Riddler Ku, the Riddler. We have Kaka, who has been dropping all these images, and then we have kind of the original Chinese leaker from the Sun and Moon era, I believe. So that's where we're at right now. Bug, Ice, Ghost, Normal, Water, Grass, Electric, Psychic. That would be the gym typings. I don't know if this is 100% the same order, if I'm being totally honest with you, if it's like the actual order, but based on kind of what the Riddler said, it seems like that may indeed, or the Chinese leaker said, that may indeed be exactly what it is. We've got a handful of other leaks coming out today. These are very interesting leaks. We got Centro reporting on them, so we'll kind of summarize there, but Centro's obviously parroting what the Kaka leaker is saying. The Flamingo Pokemon that leaked in that image is apparently a flying and fighting type Pokemon. I wonder if it uses its legs to kick, you know, like Blaziken. So we've got a flying and fighting Flamingo. We obviously have had that typing before with Halucha, but getting a new one. Apparently there's no new evolutionary stones, so no way to evolve Pokemon in a new fashion, which I think kind of aligns with a lot of things we've seen so far. Nothing that really screams new evolution stones. Palmy is an interesting piece of the puzzle here. So the Riddler has actually confirmed that the image, and this was like the first thing that leaked in this whole cycle in terms of real images. This Palmy image here that leaked is apparently Palmy's 3rd stage. So I guess it's a 3-stage Pokemon. It doesn't really look like a 3-stage, but it was confirmed by the Riddler and it was leaked. So I gotta believe that it's legit. But apparently Palmy learns a new move that revives one of your Pokemon. This is insane for competitive. If you've ever played competitive Pokemon, whether it's singles or VGC, there's no mechanic to revive a Pokemon because items aren't usable in competitive, right? You don't get to just use a max revive in a competitive battle. But now Palmy has the ability to revive a Pokemon that could change the competitive landscape forever, right? I mean, that's a pretty big deal. There's moves like Healing Wish and things like that, Lunar Dance, which can heal a Pokemon up if they're not fainted, but to be able to actually heal a Pokemon that's fainted is wild, and I'm curious how that's going to tie in with this new mechanic, where you're going to be able to kind of add a type bonus to your attacks, it seems, with this crystallization mechanic. Are you going to be able to revive that Pokemon and then use that effect again? That's going to be wild. But I think it's interesting, too, one of the things I want to mention, Palmy, a lot of people actually called this out. It almost, I think it's gonna use its electric paws as defibrillators. And that's like the lore on how it can revive something, is it uses its paws to like shock whatever fainted and like revive it back. I feel like that's actually really cool, and I saw some comments regarding that, so I thought it was worth kind of calling out, but very interesting stuff there. The leaker also says there is indeed a fire and grass type Pokemon. So we will finally apparently get this typing a fire and grass for the first time, and that's really exciting. This is a type that I think people have wanted for a super long time. People have wanted that jalapeno pepper, that cherry pepper, or whatever it's gonna be. I like cherry peppers personally. We'll have to see what it's gonna be, a habanero, if it's even a pepper. But fire and grass is the typing that often has been speculated and wished for in the franchise, and it seems as though it is coming in Scarlet and Violet, but it is not a Smoliv Evo. So we know that the Smoliv, based on the leaks, is gonna turn into an olive tree, but it's not gonna be fire and grass. So that's not gonna be a thing, but definitely worth mentioning there that both of those things are happening. Smoliv evolving obviously into a potential olive tree, and then the fire and grass type Pokemon being independent from that. If you guys haven't been keeping track, we are getting so close to 1 million subscribers here on the channel. We're actually about 2,500 away at the time I'm filming this. So if you guys have not done so yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. I post videos every single day covering leaks, rumors, and much more. I've been creating content for 12 years here. So take a second if you're not subscribed and just hit the button, subscribe to the channel, get in before 1 million. We're gonna hit it. So are you gonna be there before, or are you gonna wait until after, or are you just never gonna subscribe and just totally miss out on this epic moment? Subscribe. The development for Fuecoco's starting evolution line is kind of taken another turn. We knew that the middle stage, based on the leaks, was going to have kind of this flame-shaped egg on its head, but now it seems that that egg is going to hatch in its final evolution into a flame-shaped bird. So I almost wonder if he's gonna have like a phoenix-type bird chilling on its head. I'm very confused slash curious what that's gonna turn into. This idea that it's gonna be this alligator with like almost like a Banjo-Kazooie going on. I don't even know. I wonder how that's gonna play out. Very interesting to see what's going on with Fuecoco. I still am Team Fuecoco right now, by the way. You guys let me know what starter you're hoping to pick in the comment section below. We've kind of seen some screenshots of Sprigatito's evolution, blurry and just a piece of its kind of neck. We've seen some shots of Quaxly's evolution kind of from the back and some sketches. We haven't seen anything for Fuecoco, but we've got some descriptions about it. So let me know what team you're on right now. Apparently this new dolphin Pokemon has a big surprise. It was leaked to be kind of more humanoid based on Neospacian Aqua Dolphin or whatever it's called from Yu-Gi-Oh, I think. But I don't know if it's actually that or if that was just a riddle from the Riddler, but we'll have to wait and see. And it is also confirmed from this leaker that some particular species will have a new ability. Ancient and future species will share a mutual new ability. The next thing is also that the hardcore queen that the Riddler had been previously teasing is actually Gallade. Apparently, the future species of Gallade is actually like Gardevoir and Gallade mixed and mashed together. So I know a lot of people were commented yesterday saying, well, if there's gonna be a form for Gallade, there's probably gonna be one for Gardevoir. But I guess it's like just them together. So we'll have to wait and see what that ends up being, but definitely worth mentioning. Couple other things from Pokesutami, who is actually providing some translations from the leaker Kaka, saying that there's apparently a new 2-stage ice Pokemon that looks kind of like icicles, referencing that it looks a little bit like Avalugg. I will say that while the Riddler did confirm that there's this ice Pokemon, says that it doesn't, are we looking at the same image basically? Like, what are you looking at? Because that's not what I saw, but apparently there's a new 2-stage ice Pokemon. Maybe it'll be Mimi like Vanillite or something like that. Pokesutami also providing a translation that there's a new Pokemon referring to salt or possible tide. There's some translation concerns there about what that actually means. 2-stage, can't really decipher too much from that. Goodra apparently making an appearance, but I don't think as a new form. I think it's just that Goodra's making an appearance. And then the last thing is that apparently the leaker said they're gonna finish leaking the game this week, but as Pokesutami says, they said they wouldn't leak on the weekend, and then they ended up leaking on the weekend. So I saw this in relation to a comment. Someone said, it's kind of like when you see a movie for the first time and you're excited to talk about it and you want to share it with everybody. I think that's where this guy's at, right? Or girl's at, right? They have something that everyone wants, the Pokemon game, Scarlet and Violet. They have the ability to disseminate and share this information with whoever they want. They're excited to share it, most likely, right? And I don't think they're really fully thinking of the repercussions of this. So we get the benefit, I guess, of getting all these leaks and stuff, but I don't know where this ends, right? They say they're gonna stop, but I feel like it's like an addiction, right? And I'll tell you guys, I was someone who had an opportunity to play Pokemon X and Y a little bit early. Not this early, like it was like a week early. And I remember I made a Reddit thread and I was like answering questions for people. I was so excited to share. Hey, I got X and Y, like ask me your questions. I'm happy to share information about the game. I remember like doing a little Q&A there. This was before I was even making Pokemon content. I just was playing X and Y early. But I feel like this person is just like so excited to share it, and they've kind of gone down this rabbit hole. I don't see them stopping, even if they say they're gonna stop. Unless the Nintendo ninjas get them, I feel like they're just gonna keep going, to be honest. Will Pokemon finally silence the Riddler, the leaker, and all these people with a trailer? I don't know. Like I said, if you see this video, that means there's no trailer today. If you don't see this video, then I just spend all this time preparing it and recording it for no reason. But we've got a lot of leaks and all that good stuff, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what starter you're thinking about picking in the description below or the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe if you guys are new, in before a million, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.